Drew, what have you been up to, man?
Just working on the next video, and that entails watching a lot of straw man arguments. I'm doing a specifically atheist video this time, watching a lot of straw man arguments. You know, atheists say this, atheists say that. They never said any of those things that these people are saying, and I'm just trying to defeat the straw man.
So nothing new is kind of what you're telling me, huh?
Yeah, not too much has changed, but hopefully it will be an interesting video.
All right, that's awesome. Well, just to remind you guys, the lines are open. You can see the number at the bottom of the screen there. We have open lines for anybody who wants to call in. So yeah, this is a show about talking about beliefs. Doesn't matter what you believe or why. We want to know, and we want to know how you got there. And you can ask us about what we believe and how we got to the positions that we do. We're open to any kinds of conversations. So if you don't want to call in particular, get a friend, get somebody to call in. Like I said, we'll get you as soon as you come on. We have completely open lines. Until then, it's just going to be the Drew and Dan show. I've been talking to Drew about trying to get our own podcast anyway. I think that we're just two interesting people that deserves our own show like that. But
right? Yeah. I mean, that's not what every, 20-something-year-olds think about themselves, right?
Well, I mean, it's the difference between what you think about yourself and what you're actually capable of. And we're both content creators who actually put stuff out there. So I think that we're at least somewhat a step above. We're not like the one kid in high school who says he's going to be a rapper and then like doesn't do anything about it, right? We're actually trying to.
That's true. I mean, we have somewhat of a platform, right? I mean,
yeah,
we're in a small community, Sometimes I think about the platform that I have now, and I just hit 80,000 subscribers today.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Well, thanks. And it's, sometimes I think, oh yeah, like I have this big platform or whatever. And now when I went to the ACA, people knew who I was, and it's always cool to see that. And anytime I go in the comment section of an atheist video or something, people always know who I am and Facebook groups and stuff, but it's also a really small community at the same time. So when you become like influential or you have like a platform in this community, the atheist community is still small enough to where everyone knowing you is not that many people knowing you. So I try to remind myself of that. With every subscriber I get, it's like, okay, that's cool, but the fact that Cosmic Skeptic has 200,000 subscribers or more, that's like everyone, it seems like. And so
yeah, it's like it's a particular segment of the population that that you can like measure to a very specific degree, like probably from the United States, probably white, probably, I mean, your audience in particular, younger than a lot of the other content creators that usually produce the kind of stuff that we do. Yeah, it's weird. I remember the first few times I had people recognize me from doing stuff with Anthony from the other podcasts and stuff, and I was like, whoa, that's a crazy, crazy feeling. And then you realize, oh, it's fragmented because I'm at the ACA. So of course the people who are watching the stuff I do is also interested in the ACA stuff. So it kind of gets decontextualized a little bit, but it's still fun. It's still nice to meet people and be like, oh yeah, you've changed the way that I look at things. And it's like, wow, it's a powerful thing to hear.
It's so close-knit that you had never made any content of your own. Well, you had been a co-host on the Epistemic podcast for a little bit.
That's where people,
When I first heard of you and became familiar with you, you had never produced content of your own. And that stayed in my mind until we actually met in person and we knew who each other were, right? So yeah, it's no matter how small, I mean, the community is so small that like small bit players are recognizable. So it's really hard to distinguish between like a bit player and like someone who's really influential. Is there any difference between someone that's really influential and
how much your Patreon brings in? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the exact metric for sure.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'm not doing super great, but I just got things started here, so life is good. Subscribe to the Truth Wanted Patreon, by the way. We have that. Oh, another quick announcement. We're also about to be available on iTunes as well. So check in on that if you like just listening to the show. And what else was I going to say, Drew? I think I was also going to say that You are getting ready to prepare for your next conference, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be at the Freedom from Religion Foundation, conference in, it's the first weekend of November. So I think I'm flying out there. I'll be there on the 2nd. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's in San Francisco this year, I believe. And yeah, I'm super psyched about that. I actually didn't even know that CSICon was this week. Like,
Yeah.
I might have thought of going to it if I would have realized, but I totally missed that. But yeah.
I'm getting, so like Eric went and all the other guys here from the ACA, and I'm just like mad jelly. I saw a picture on Thomas Westbrook, Holy Kool-Aid's Facebook of him meeting with Adam from Adam Ruins Everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God damn, that's so cool. So yeah, I'm feeling the feels. But I'm also a member of the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Yeah. And I thought about going. I'm just so busy with school and doing this and other stuff right now that it would just, and plus, it's expensive to go to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
I wish that you were going to that because I'm going to be able to hang out with Thomas and Telltale. So that's going to be really fun. And it's like, I feel like you also need to be there. Like if Telltale's there, then we also need to have you and Rachel there because it needs to be like when we did the SSA con. Like that's what it needs to be. It doesn't make sense if you're not there for some reason.
Yeah, oh my God, if we could do that like we did at the SSA con, just have all of us together, because it was you, me, and Telltale, and I wanted to get Thomas there too, and he couldn't come. It would be such a blast.